Before we head down to the field to watch eekso versus Oscillon, I just want to say thank you to Unnamed and to John Chavez for clicking the big join button on my YouTube channel. That does directly support me, and I appreciate everyone who chooses to do that or support me in any other way on Twitch or in YouTube. And I'm glad to see so much positive feedback so far for the league. Always looking for ways to improve it. If you guys have any feedback or any comments or anything that you want to see improved on, don't be shy. Just let me know what you think. Let me know what you think could be done differently, if anything at all, and I'll try my best to make it possible within reason. And also remember to check out Gift Your Game, our official tournament sponsor, and the best way to share your favorite Rocket League moments with your friends. This tournament would not be possible without them, so definitely give them a look after this series. Alright, I think it's almost time to get this match started. A quick look at the players' last 5 matches gives Oscillon the edge, but I would say that eekso's competition in his last 5 was slightly more challenging. He also does have a 3-1 win over Oscillon already from earlier this year, and when you stack that up with his Game 5 win against Flakes just 4 days ago, I think you have to call him the favourite going into this one. But you never know with eekso. The only thing you can bet on is that it's probably going to be a fun one to watch. So let's do that right now. It's eekso versus Oscillon. Let's get down to the field. Can Oscillon make a positive start in the league? Or is it going to be eekso who takes down the league's only other Dutchman? He's beaten Flakes already. And this year, he did have a best of 5 win against eekso did have a best of 5 win against Oscillon as well. So definitely the favourite going into this one. It's sort of uncharacteristic for eekso to have such a strong start versus Flakes. He's been known to be a slow starter. Pre-jump save on Oscillon's flick is going to give him a massive open net at the other end, and he will put that one in after a couple of setup touches. That's going to make Oscillon think twice about landing so far forward as he's going for these flick plays. That's of course one of the advantages of the reverse 45 degree flick, is your car's not barreling forward and potentially into the opposition goal when you go for the flick itself. Another good start for eekso. He looks to double up on his win total. Was a bit closer than it looked like it would be at the end of the series versus Flakes, going to 5 games. Low dunk attempt to the end of the air dribble by eekso. Just a safe exit there from what could have been a risky landing. Oscillon dribbling to the outside. He's going to go straight at eekso here. This time he doesn't land quite as badly, but eekso comes out on top regardless. Wave dash half volley attempt by eekso. He's got to bump Oscillon, who's going to make the save. eekso again looking imperious in the midfield. Ball control for days, even if it's in the air. He does not mind going for ceiling shot setups. If the first touch works out well, he will go for the finish. And if it doesn't, he will bail and try to recover. Oscillon now. Multiple pops on eekso's net. He finds the equalizer. Great decision here by Oscillon to go for the crossbar on the first touch. eekso must have been expecting a shot on target. Did jump up for something he was never going to reach. And Oscillon ties this one up. Not unusual to see Oscillon games being on the lower scoring side. That being said, Bluey was able to beat him pretty badly in the qualifier. Oscillon, the only player in the league to qualify while losing a series on the day of the qualifier. Flakes and Bluey both going undefeated on their entry. And now, of course, those two have played and Bluey came out victorious. eekso's going to put another one past Oscillon here. And it's a bit careless here by the Dutchman. He's got plenty boost. Should be doing better there. He should be getting multiple touches on that ball if he wants to go for the low 50-50 route. Just trying to get it over to eekso's side. eekso was standing in a bit of an awkward spot there for Oscillon to do just that, though. First bounce air dribble attempt now for Oscillon. He's going to look for the air dribble bump. He gets it, but not enough of eekso. He's going to go for another bump after leaving. And hold on a second, that might have worked because eekso tries to wave dash on the landing and fumbles it. It's unusual to see eekso getting one of his wave dashes wrong, but it does happen. And Oscillon gets the air dribble bump to work in the long run. Got eekso out of the way of a good save. It's a great setup here for Oscillon. He's going to go for this boost also. He's got to be careful though not to get bumped from behind. Even though eekso doesn't have boost, he could have put him out of position. Speaking of out of position, Oscillon's done just that to eekso here, who did not pay very much attention to his own line back to net. If you're going to be boost starved from the hundreds, you want to be picking up those small pads. It was careless by eekso to arrive back in defense with exactly 0 there. No doubt it was possible to get 24 or maybe even 36 pretty safely. Oscillon shadowing way too close though. You can't do that against a player like eekso or pretty much anyone in this league. You've got to give the attacker the advantage in that position with the shadow being so close. The flick is always going to be a high percentage play, even from distance. Oscillon again gets both under boosts after the kickoff. And this time he will be able to guide the ball to safety across his own net. Much lower bounce this time. He spots eekso's early challenge. Oscillon back in the lead. Great reaction to what eekso is trying to do here. Spotted eekso turning around, flicks it over the top, and even if eekso didn't turn to challenge, Oscillon wasn't putting himself in a dangerous position there. Early flick is pretty much always a safe option from the midfield. eekso has Oscillon in his sights and he drops it underneath. These guys are doing a great job of avoiding these challenges. We've seen Oscillon go over the top, eekso goes down low. He dropped it away from the top of his car at the perfect moment there. Did really well to neutralize what could have been a volatile 50-50 as well. eekso's out of the game. Oscillon decides to go for a boost. He may have had a chance to put that one in. eekso had the hook shot available there, but he didn't think it would be possible to get the ball over Oscillon. We're all tied up still in this first league game for Oscillon in the 5k 1v1. eekso looking for his second win. I must say I'm impressed with what Oscillon is doing right now. If he can keep his own level up to what we're currently seeing, you never know. You might be able to catch eekso off guard. If eekso starts to play a little bit less consistently, that's a really well done finish by eekso. No ball cam, just so you can see what Oscillon's doing, and he still hits the target at pace. 1 goal lead as we approach the final minute for the Englishman. He wants to get up to the top of the leaderboard. Obviously, Fairy Peak is likely to be waiting for him there when they finally do match up later on. Oscillon with the low 50-50 this time. eekso gets the ball off to the side, but he's in a bit of an awkward spot here in terms of boost. He uses all of it just to get to the ball. Luckily for him, I think the back corner boost is going to spawn at the perfect time. Indeed it is. Oscillon barrels through him for the demo, and that's going to give him tons of space to go for another dribbling play. eekso's closed a lot of that distance though, and he's not giving Oscillon any time to set up the bounce dribble. Good speed there by eekso. And there he comes in from behind. Wide open net. eekso's going to play this one as safe as you like. And I love that from eekso. One of his biggest weaknesses is, of course, trying to play a little bit too quick, a little bit too fancy. There's none of that there. He's avoiding the devil in his shoulder that's saying, go on, boom it in. Hit the post on the way in as well. Give us a good goal. He's going to waste some time here going up into the air. This might look like a risky play, but really eekso's running down the clock here and forcing Oscillon to do something. Oscillon, the ever-reactive player, is not going to be comfortable doing just that. Will it be another goal for eekso? It should indeed be. That's going to put a 7th goal in. And he will, just like that, take down Oscillon in game 1. Another good start for eekso. Not the best outcome in the first game for Oscillon. Not the worst at the same time though, as Oscillon will be feeling at least a little bit confident knowing that that game 1 going into the final minute was completely tied up, and it was a rush challenge from eekso that gave him the advantage. Obviously, rush challenges can go one of two ways. If you rush in and Oscillon can pop the ball over your head, then you're going to be conceding. That's a great flick by eekso. Bar down just on the outside of the goal line. But he's sticking around. He knows Oscillon is very boost starved here. Great bump by Oscillon to prevent eekso from scoring. And he's got a fantastic 50-50 as well. That is exactly what he wanted. Plenty of time to restock on boost. eekso turning around before going back into the corner here, trying to surprise Oscillon perhaps, who may have been expecting him to grab the 100 boost in the corner. That's not a good shot though by Oscillon. eekso presented with an open net, which I believe he's missed. The ball's rolled up the back wall as well. Oscillon, oh my goodness, what has he done? Did he just stomp on top of the ball by accident here? He's trying to take this one under control, but then he decides to go for the floor pinch and accidentally puts it on his own goal line. That could be a big problem now. Can Oscillon get that one out of his head? After picking up the early lead, that's not the best way to give it away. More single jump challenges from eekso. Looking to get the ball to bounce into a position he can utilize. And then wave dash on the landing to get there. Oscillon decides not to go for this one. eekso had just as good a chance of beating him to that ball. Back wall dish attempt by eekso. Oscillon's going to get perfectly goal side on it and try and run this one in as quickly as possible. eekso is there though, and in plenty time. Oscillon had to make up his mind there. Was he going to try and beat eekso to the punch, or slow play it and try and get it round eekso, who would have been defending? I think that going for the slower approach is almost always the right decision against eekso because his recoveries are that fast. Oscillon's boost steal not really doing too much here. eekso's got plenty in the tank, and there is the long shot over the top. I think it's going to be too good for Oscillon. He gets caught out looking for the boost steal when it really didn't have that much of an impact. eekso now doubling his, or getting the lead back rather. Getting ahead of myself here a little bit. Oscillon missing the boost. He's going to have to concede the possession after kickoff to eekso, who's popped it early. Sees Oscillon coming in. Oscillon does catch a piece of eekso though, and that's not entirely surprising given that eekso went for the double jump pop. Oscillon low 50-50. It's on target, but slowly, still fast enough. eekso couldn't get on the ground quick enough here. Let's take another look at this one. It was so frustrating for eekso, very close to recovering in time. But Oscillon ties us up here, going low once again. I'd love to see Oscillon going for a flick over the top next time to mix things up. Of course, I feel pretty good saying that right now as well, because sometimes when I'm live streaming show matches, players will be listening in. But this is not one of those times. These guys cannot hear what I'm saying. And I must say I'm pretty happy about that. I'm going to say whatever I want, no consequences. 3-2 Oscillon. Strong post-kickoff maneuvering. Half the game gone. It has been two very close games here. Not the highest or the lowest scoring. Is that another goal for Oscillon? Indeed it is. eekso using so much boost on the kickoffs and still not being able to win them. It's starting to cause him a lot of problems here. Is he going to start saving up a bit more boost on these approaches compared to Oscillon, who always has a bit of boost left over for post-kickoff manipulation? With eekso continuing to go for such big wins on the kickoffs, if he's walking into Oscillon's strong side, he's going to keep conceding. Oscillon gets another possession to go in his favor. 3-goal lead for Oscillon. I've said this many times in the past. He has been perfectly okay sitting on 3-goal leads many times against many different opponents. He's not someone to try and force the issue to extend a lead once he gets a lead like 3 goals. That does leave him susceptible to late comebacks. All it takes is 1 goal and a couple of good kickoffs, and 3-goal lead is no more. eekso's probably going to sit on this boost. He wants to grab that one when it spawns. There it is. Oscillon. He's trying to run down the clock here. He will not be taking himself out of the game anytime soon. He's obviously going to play off eekso's mistakes should they occur, but look at that. eekso sticks his head up high after what was a half-hearted clear, and he gets in the way of Oscillon's attempted chip. 2 goals in it. And Oscillon hold on with what has been the stronger of the 2 kickoffs. That is a win now for eekso. He's setting up the ceiling shot. How's his dodge available? Looking for the ground pinch. Doesn't get enough power on it. I like the mix-up though by eekso. He's just trying to put Oscillon in an awkward spot there. Not expecting the shot to work, of course, directly. Oscillon air dribble bump! And he uses the tool that eekso put to good use against Flakes in their Game 5 to get his 3-goal lead back. And it might be unknown to some of you guys, but Oscillon is really quite good at these air dribble bumps. Look out for him to do that off the wall when he gets the option to do that. So being extremely aggressive here. 12 boosts and he makes a challenge from a tight angle. Oscillon looking to run down the clock some more. You know, he did get a win in their series that they played earlier this year. It was 3-1 in the end to eekso. Don't recall which game it was that Oscillon won, but he'll take any. And there's got to be another goal, surely. It's another slow roller by Oscillon, but it makes it in the end. And a 4-goal lead is going to be very difficult to come back from now. Oscillon just continuing to pop the ball as many times as he can there. We've got 35 seconds for eekso to pull out what would be an incredible comeback out of his back pocket, and Oscillon is not going to make this easy for him. Again, he's saving up plenty boost to play with after the kickoff is completed. And I think that will be all that he needs to take down eekso. He goes for an interesting save here off the inside of the post. Not going to work this time. And oh dear, it looks like we might have had a disconnect from someone. It looks like the server actually has gone down. I'm just going to give that one to Oscillon. I think it's pretty obvious that he was going to win here. Oh, yeah, Oscillon, you win that one. Yeah, I don't think eekso is coming back here. We'll get on with the series in a minute, but we are completely tied up here. Let's take a look at a couple of highlights from that second game. eekso presented with an open net, which I believe he's missed. The ball's rolled up the back wall as well. Oscillon, oh my goodness, what has he done? How's his dodge available? Looking for the ground pinch. Doesn't get enough power on it. I like the mix-up though by eekso. He's just trying to put Oscillon in an awkward spot there. Not expecting the shot to work, of course, directly. Oscillon air dribble bump! And I think that will be all that he needs to take down eekso. He goes for an interesting save here off the inside of the post. Not going to work this time. And oh dear, it looks like we might have had a disconnect from someone. It looks like the server actually has gone down. I'm just going to give that one to Oscillon. I think it's pretty obvious that he was going to win here. Alright, we're back for Game 3. Completely tied up between Oscillon and eekso. And until the little extension of his lead there in the end of the game, it was fairly close again. Both Game 1 and 2 have been pretty close going into the final few minutes. But will eekso be able to get a better kickoff? That's the big question. It was Oscillon's kickoff that really got him a big lead there. And after he extended his lead out in front, never looked like eekso had a chance to bring it back. 1-goal lead now for Oscillon early in the game. eekso was trying to be cheeky in the midfield, waiting for Oscillon to challenge early, but that's never really Oscillon's go-to. He prefers to sit back and play reactively by default, and then maybe start mixing in some early challenges if his default setting isn't working. Great boost management again by Oscillon. He's got plenty here to do whatever he wants. And eekso again fumbles a little bit more than you would expect. He's panicked there, expecting Oscillon to go up early. But Oscillon just staying on the ground. This is what he likes to do. He wants to stay involved and safe as long as possible. Wave dash set up by Oscillon to preserve boost. eekso might have outdone him here though with an easy challenge. Did he spot Oscillon's wave dash here? Didn't look like that played a part in eekso's decision to close the gap, but what did is that Oscillon put the ball directly between him and eekso, and of course eekso knows that Oscillon's vision is greatly impaired when that happens. eekso trying to set up an air dribble bump here. Diving in at the last second. What a beautiful bump that is. You see that he just wants to get that on target. And then once the ball's on target, he leaves it to do its work. And he gets to work on Oscillon. 2-all. Great finish there by eekso. Both players have shown willingness and also execution on the air dribble bump strategy. One player remains the favourite on kickoffs. Oscillon, again, dominating eekso in this one. This has been a bit of a weakness in eekso's game recently, is consistency with the kickoffs. He finally does get a win, but it's not big enough to put Oscillon out of position. Here comes another air dribble by eekso. He's just going to go straight over the top this time. He knows Oscillon's pretty boost starved. That's fantastic control though by eekso. The first touch was so important here, but see, even after he did get the ball working its way into the middle of the box, he had more to do. And he kept it alive and high. And ties up again with another air dribble. We see more of these. I mean, with how successful eekso's being with them right now, I would not be surprised. Dodges into the demo play. Here he comes off the wall. He's going to try and catch this one down low. Instead, in fact, it's another air dribble fake this time. And a bump on the ground. Oscillon just trying to keep his distance here. Get a bit closer to eekso's net. Fires a pot shot. eekso will save that the majority of the time. But we've seen Oscillon have success with this chip and wait strategy before. He's just going to try and get eekso to waste his boost, saving easy shots, and then once all the boost is gone, he'll look to put in a bit more challenging of a strike. eekso doesn't want to center this. He's just going to go infield. Oscillon does get in the way of him and then gets away from the demolish attempt. Bit of an awkward 50-50 there mid-air for eekso. Oscillon's going to retake control with the threat of another bump attempt. eekso might not have known that Oscillon was that boost starved there, or he would have stuck around. The half flip did allow Oscillon to take a long shot just to buy him some time. Game 3 has become a war of attrition. Both players trying to outlast each other, but you're not going to find much success doing that against Oscillon, who's just missed a cross-map open net. It was awkward due to his boost total. And there is the final straw that breaks Oscillon. He's been so patient and it's been working, and he's decided to throw in an early challenge, but he's in plain vision. eekso can see that one coming a mile away. He'll happily go back in front. Not the best touch there by eekso. He's given Oscillon a quick transition infield, and Oscillon will punish. eekso needs to do better there with this touch. He wants to waste some time. The idea with that touch is to get the ball into an awkward spot so that Oscillon has to gather it and spend time doing so, allowing eekso to get boost and then threaten a challenge. But eekso did not have time to do that there. He only had time to get boost. Oscillon actually just going to return the favor here. These guys not doing a very good job with their touches after the kickoff. And eekso showing us why this was a pretty bad idea for Oscillon. Chipping it into the wall like this is a good idea, but only if you can get it to go high by rolling up the wall, hitting that curve a little bit. Not going straight back in field. So actually gladly getting bumped here. Gladly for him. Oscillon is trying to just hit him out of position, but it's not going to work. eekso's actually just going to try and trip up Oscillon in the landing. What a play by eekso. Neither player with much boost, and eekso realizes the opportunity to get underneath Oscillon, impair his landing, and then put the ball into the open net. 2-goal lead now for eekso, and his kickoff has gotten better. Not entirely fixed, but at least he's not conceding unstoppable kickoff goals now. It's a bit more normal play now from Oscillon. He's faked the challenge rather than just continuing to throw himself in here. eekso's not going to back down. Look at that by eekso. Oscillon thought that he had eekso out of position here, but eekso saved up enough boost to quickly turn around and put a fast flick on net. That's a bit careless by Oscillon to give eekso that space. He thought that he'd done enough by grabbing the boost to get eekso to give up on that attack, but eekso's rarely going to do that. Whoa! That's another goal for eekso. And another Careless maneuver by Oscillon. Again, thinking that he's done enough to scare eekso away. But eekso's going to stick with it. Find another goal. Not much boost here for eekso. He can't contest early. He can't save the shot either. And that's the problem with having 13 boosts left over rather than 20. If eekso had 20 boosts there, he could go up and contest that aerial play, but he knows Oscillon probably has more boost than he does. So Oscillon's saving up 2 pads worth. He's only saving up 1. But eekso smartly wasting time now. He wants to draw Oscillon off his goal line. Half volley is going to be too good. And Oscillon looking a bit awkward here. This would be the time that he could... a rush challenge would have been a good idea. I think if he just carries on going forward in that play, he's getting a good hit on the ball the majority of the time. Maybe even winning the possession. But, you know, turning around that late doesn't really make sense. And Oscillon doesn't look all that comfortable trying to come back from this many goals behind. eekso stopping the ball on the goal line just to run down the clock a little bit more. 10-5. Of course, he should probably be thinking about that top scorer award now. Whoever does get the most goals per game in the league section of this tournament will get $100. And if eekso could put up another few 10-goal games, he'll definitely be in contention. He's got players like Scrub to try and beat in that category. Scrub always involved in high-scoring games. This might not be over just yet. Oscillon has half a chance here. There's a good demo. He needs to get the ball moving towards eekso's net right now, though. And if he doesn't score this, it's probably going to be over. 14 boost hook shot attempt. eekso does save those. And he's got enough boost to clear his lines as well. That should be it for game 3. Oscillon looked much better the previous game. He's tried to flip reset eekso just for style points. Unfortunately, that's not going to give him any more than 1 goal. eekso rebound attempt from close range. Oscillon stops it somehow. Pretty impressive save there by Oscillon. Hopefully he's got plenty more of those in game 4, because eekso is just taking him down. And now it's a 2-1 lead in this series. Can eekso replicate what he did earlier in the year? That's beat Oscillon 3-1 in a best of 5. I would put my money on it if I was a betting man. But don't write off Oscillon just yet. He definitely has what it takes to hold on to a lead if he can get one. Comebacks are not really his forte, but it's all about that first goal for Oscillon. He remains to be one of the few people who have ever beaten Fairy Peak in a series. That's one of his best 1v1 achievements to date, and he will get the first goal in this game. And eekso just gives him a take the shot on this one, acknowledging his own lack of presence in this play. He did kind of just run right by that one. Good read on that bounce by eekso. When he saw the ball was bouncing high, he knew he could commit infield, or commit to the outside of the field for the boost grab. He wants to keep this one as high as he can, as Oscillon doesn't have much boost. Look at that by eekso! Reverse takeoff rebound to tie the game. Oscillon must be wondering what on earth just happened. He's tried to save this one off the underside of his own crossbar, but eekso puts it underneath him. What a play by eekso. And now he's going to win a kickoff as well. Warning bells for Oscillon. One of his strongest aspects of game 2. The only game he won. He's not looking to be helping him out this game, at least just yet. What's he got in store for us off the wall? Just a catch that's going to go wide of the net. It's a little bit underwhelming from Oscillon. eekso, meanwhile, very stylish once again, but not the most efficient play. And that boost isn't going to be spawning for a while. eekso's going to have to leave it. Oscillon with a bit of an advantage thanks to that overly ambitious weight in the corner that we just saw from eekso. He's still suffering due to misreading the respawn time of that boost, and now he can't get the corner boost in his own half. Finally gets it. Oscillon Should have done better here, but oh my goodness, eekso's let that one in. I was almost about to say that Oscillon missed a great opportunity to score, because for a long time there, eekso was doing no more than try to get boosted, waste time, and I don't think Oscillon realised that. But he does get the goal, thanks to eekso missing what looked like a save he should be getting most of the time. But the story continues to unravel. It's now eekso who's winning kickoffs strongly enough to put them into open nets. That's very worrying for the Dutchman. No wins for either Flakes or Oscillon yet. England, meanwhile, are having a great run. eekso taking down Flakes, now doing well against Oscillon. Bluey also taking down Flakes. Of course, everybody expecting France to have the best run in the league portion, at least, with Fairy Peak being their sole member. You never know. Maybe somebody can upset the great man that is Fairy Peak, the monster. Will it be Oscillon? Will it be eekso? eekso's taken a couple of games off in this year, but definitely not a series. I'm sure these guys are just thinking about the task that is directly in front of them right now. eekso continues to look good in kickoffs. He's tried to squash that one in off Oscillon's car, kind of half forcing an own goal. eekso needs to be careful. The 50-50 game is definitely something that Oscillon is very good at, and not something that I'd want to be focusing on as your main source of goals if you are playing against him. Best way to beat him is to go quick and try catch him off guard. That's maybe a little bit too fast away. So where on earth was he going here? He's just driven straight past the ball. Oh, the wave dash. Okay, that makes sense in the situation. So when not to wave dash? Well, maybe when you're going to go past the ball in a contested situation. 2 goals lead for Oscillon and a strong kickoff play. Half volley, he's going to go over the top. eekso not looking like the player that he did just minutes ago. You know, the pre-jump looked to be online before eekso flipped upside down and dodged the wrong direction. 2 minutes is all he's got to work with now. He wasn't able to bring it back from 3 goals down in the second game against Oscillon, which Oscillon, of course, did go on to win. What's his main offensive strategy going to be? Flick is not a bad place to go if you're eekso. He's always been a fantastic flicker off the ball. Oscillon, fake challenge, not really accomplishing much there, because what's a fake challenge trying to do is trying to get your opponent to pull the trigger on their shot. And now eekso's going to thank Oscillon for that and put it into the net. Oscillon wisely avoids being baited into the corner boost there. Very good decision making. eekso dodged off the ceiling. He needs to shoot this one, and he will. Barred down and out though. He didn't have much time left on that ceiling shot. Another air dribble, but this time the floor pinch does not work for eekso. Another demo attempt. Oscillon gets over the top of it. Oscillon now with a huge boost advantage. Still that 2-goal lead, and a 1 minute and 20-second time to hold on to it. Oscillon gets back involved in this play. eekso doesn't even need the double touch though. He's just cleanly beaten Oscillon to the ball, enough that he can shoot on target. That's careless by Oscillon. He managed to get back involved in that play. eekso didn't have universal control, but he saw an opening and he nailed the aerial. Now we've got 1 minute and 6 seconds for Oscillon to hold on. eekso faking a demo run there. Manages to get Oscillon to lose control momentarily, but he's back in control now, and eekso's going to have to use so much boost to avoid getting scored on here. Flip reset doesn't really do too much. Dodge will hold back Oscillon for the time being, but Oscillon is just going to stay in attack as long as he can here. He's got a huge boost advantage. eekso on literally 0. And no corner boost to save him. There is the goal for Oscillon. eekso right now trying desperately. I believe he was trying to sneak that corner boost on spawn, but it spawned right after he drove past it. 2-goal lead now for eekso, or for Oscillon rather. So he looks to take this one into a game 5. Like I said in his series versus Flakes, eekso is no stranger to game 5s. Usually an eekso series will look like 2 fantastic games for eekso and then 2 less fantastic games, and then you flip a coin and see what happens in game 5. This has been a less polarizing series, but still 2-all score. Oscillon will hold on here in game 4 and bring it into a game 5. And this is a very interesting prospect now. eekso wants one more goal to try and help his goal per game chances. Very nicely done, not much boost, but still enough to air dribble this one in just underneath the crossbar, even after a fake pop. Over the top of Oscillon's pre-jump. Nicely done by eekso, but it's no more than consolation as Oscillon takes game 4. Oscillon's already gone one better than his earlier attempt to take down eekso in a series this year. 3-1 was the score the first time they met. Now we've got the 2-all going into game 5. Oscillon with a slight advantage. Boost has been secured. Now can he work that into a more advantageous position? eekso's going to use wave dashes to try and compensate for the difference in speed. But is it going to be enough? It looks like Oscillon's going to walk this one in. There is a really, really good sign for Oscillon. I told you guys that this man is very, very good at holding on to leads when he can get one. Sometimes it's the getting it part that is the most difficult. eekso being so aggressive here. I can't believe he's going for low boost plays onto Oscillon, who in general has more boost than he does after kickoffs and uses it well. Just enough power on this aerial. Pretty much all the boost being used to keep that one as high as possible. eekso did his best, but his best wasn't enough. You can see that eekso's just feeling a little bit frustrated right now. He's not being given many opportunities by Oscillon. Oscillon is running down the clock really well and controlling the ball even better whenever he gets a chance. Look at that though by eekso. Half flip flick to set up an open net. And he gets on the board in game 5. Oscillon really didn't see this one coming. It was an actual explosion of speed there for eekso on the ball and his car. But he needs more. He needs to be very careful. Oscillon's going to bang in a kickoff goal, in fact. 2-goal gap opens up again. And unless eekso plays the next 4 minutes and 12 seconds with utmost care and precision, Oscillon could be getting an upset here. The last man to qualify for the league, trying to prove that he belongs. Of course, people who have been following him throughout the past year and a half of 1v1 play will know that he has what it takes to take down anybody on his day. Can he play this well under pressure every single time that he matches up with one of the greats of current 1v1? This is just tantalizingly close to a 3-goal lead for Oscillon. Ball would have been so easy to score if it had bounced lower. It's done well not to concede as eekso tries to counter. But again, eekso not looking as careful as he needs to be. He's giving Oscillon many, many looks at his goal in this 5th game. I think it's just an over-aggression, or over-aggression with not much boost has been his #1 downfall. Here comes Oscillon. He's just going to air dribble this one over the top. Pull shots eekso into a save by accident. And eekso should convert this. Wow, just like that. eekso closes the gap to 1. Pretty crazy interaction there on the air dribble. Oscillon got the ball past eekso, but then accidentally pull shotted eekso into the ball. And that is the danger when you're going for any play that involves popping the ball over your opponent and putting your car in the immediate line of fire. Speaking of which, Oscillon lights up eekso. He's decided to slow play here. Wave dash into half volley. Not quite good enough to get the ball past eekso. eekso's just keeping an eye on Oscillon. This time he will avoid being demoed at the far post, but he's had to give up the 100 boost to do it. Still great vision by eekso. He's done such a good job there to keep an eye on Oscillon on numerous occasions, and he ties up the game. Massive turnaround. 0 boost versus I think at least 35 for Oscillon. But eekso with some impeccable ball control and even better timing. Oscillon trying to manipulate this 50-50 in his favour. Hits his shot a bit high, and eekso knows that's over the bar. Tries to chip it into the wall with the wave dash. Is he going to stay with this? This is the kind of thing that's been catching him off guard, where he stays with the ball when he's on exactly 0 boost versus 100. Ooh, not bad flick there by Oscillon, but eekso is equal to it. The boost is dwindling for eekso. Can Oscillon capitalize? That's why Oscillon's feeling confident enough to go for these really aggressive plays. He knows he has the boost advantage in a lot of these exchanges. Still looking to flick as early as possible. He doesn't want to land inside eekso's net. I think it was the first goal of this series that put, or for eekso, that put Oscillon inside his own net after Oscillon went for a flick and failed from close range. He doesn't want that to happen again. He's flicking from much more distance. Completely tied up in the series and in game 5. Oscillon with a massive giveaway, though. He needs to be so careful. eekso's coming for him. Great save by Oscillon. eekso's in his goal with not much boost. He's going for the wave dash recovery. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Oscillon puts in the open net, and it was all from that great save. After he initially got caught a little bit out of position, he recovered well, and eekso was baited in by Oscillon's seemingly awkwardness. So maybe looking to change sides. No, he's actually going to stay on this side and look for the air dribble bump. He's just sat on Oscillon here. And that is a huge goal for eekso. He had so many options. Could have dribbled it out wide with a bounce, or a flat ball and look for the hook shot, but he goes straight down the middle with the air dribble bump. And that is not going to give Oscillon much confidence moving forwards, because he's not had a good answer to any of eekso's air dribble bumps. So no power on this shot. He's got to be careful now. Oscillon has got the ball really moving quite fast. It's a pinch off his own crossbar to keep the ball in a safe location. Oscillon missing a great opportunity to turn around there. 50-50 again, manipulated in Oscillon's favour. He's got a tiny bit of alone time, but eekso slams him from the side. 15 seconds left. It's eekso's ball. He's going for another air dribble bump. He gets it again! And Oscillon still has no answer for eekso's secret weapon. It's a repeat of the Flake series. When he needs to win a game 5, eekso digs in to his pocket and he brings out the air dribble bump. He's going to need to do it one more time, though, because Oscillon just put in a kickoff goal. And eekso replies in kind. Both of these guys must be feeling pretty bad about those 2 goals that they've conceded. Not the best way to watch the ball go into your net. Chance for eekso to repay the favour. Not a direct kickoff goal, but Oscillon's in an awkward spot. He's trying to keep it up, but he can't do it. eekso puts it in. Oscillon just wanted to get this to bounce to safety, but he centred it. Great reaction by eekso. He's taken it in game 5 on 0 seconds. What a huge play. eekso moves 2-0 in the 5K. Another 5-game series win for eekso, and somehow it was even more ridiculous than the first one. He's now tied with Fairy on 2 wins overall, but way behind in game win-loss differential, as Fairy has had 2 sweeps, whereas eekso has gone the distance in both of the matches he's played. I'm sure Oscillon is having nightmares about the last one, and he will be for quite some time, which is unfortunate for him as he's back in just 2 days to take on eekso's countryman Bluey on day 8 of the competition. After that, we'll see if Scrub can finally break his curse of always losing in series to Fairy Peak. That's on day 9. And then on day 10, the 2 Dutchmen of the league will go head to head when Flakes takes on Oscillon. Come back tomorrow though for another episode of a growing rivalry between OSM and Scrubkilla. I can guarantee you there's absolutely no love lost between those two. Before we sign off, I want to remind you to check out our sponsor, GIF Your Game, and then you can start sharing your Rocket League plays in GIF format at the click of a single button. There's 29 days to go until the tournament finale, and every day till then we'll be live on Twitch at 6 PM GMT with a brand new series, and the video of that same series will be up on my YouTube channel from 8 PM GMT onwards the very same day. But that's it for day 6. I hope you've enjoyed your stay. I'll see you next time for more action in the Mannfield Night 5K.
Let's just say you've settled down for a nice game of carball, and everything's going as it normally does. You win some, you lose some. Up a rank, down a rank. Spreading the toxin that is your inability to control primal outbursts. When, out of nowhere, you score the goal of a lifetime. It's so incredible, in fact, that you know no living being would believe your sweaty hands were capable of such perfection. Frantically, you search for the best way to share this with the world. Recording a video won't do. It takes too much time. The world needs to know right now, and in a way that can be shared by all. Think. What about a GIF? GIF your game. What could this be? Push a button, get a GIF? No, that's impossible. Rendered on our own GTX 1080 machines and saving your computer the hassle. Who do these people think they are? The highest quality GIFs delivered in minutes? Scam artists. I can smell the smelly rubbish from here. Oh well, no time to waste. Let's give it a go. Downloading, installing. This must be what it feels like to get a virus. Alright, let's find the goal. There it is. Push the button. Interesting. I've received a GIF. Is this my goal? It can't be. It is! My beautiful goal! GIF your game. Push a button, get a GIF. We handle the rest.